Mr. Billy Katz.
Yes, sir.
Man, cheers to another episode.
Yes, sir.
Let me get a little sip of this.
Hunted for glory, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, go ahead.
I know we talked last week about fighting, but
Yeah.
the thing is, man, with fighting is the thrill of the hunt. And honestly, man, after I was done training and just all that time, I had to do something with my mind.
Yeah.
And I got into like fishing, and then shortly after I got into hunting and just being out in the wilderness and like being with your thoughts, and you got to focus on something. And then the thrill of the hunt is when you get, what you're chasing, or the fish or the animal, and you just feel this euphoric feeling and you feel accomplished. I mean, that's kind of it's extreme adrenaline,
Because you dealt with adrenaline fighting all the time, right?
Yep. And that's like what brought me. I'm so grateful for you for showing me hunting and the ways, but like, what does it for you?
You have yet to be good. Yet to be good.
I mean, what makes you love hunting?
Well,
so much.
I've been doing it since I was 3 with my dad, and he was my best friend, so he basically took me everywhere, and I was very fortunate to have the father that I did have. Unfortunately, he passed in 2007. I did a film about him. But besides that, no, it's, to me, one of the most important things about it is you could spend a lot of time with your loved ones with it. Like, okay, so you go into a ring and fight, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's you, mano against one other guy, right? Yeah. When you go hunting or you go fishing, who you sitting in the boat with? Or who you sitting in, say, a blind with? Probably your son or your friend or, one of your best buds, right?
Yeah.
You have a story to tell, regardless if anybody kills anything or they don't. It doesn't matter. You're laughing your asses off.
You've had some great time in this.
Yeah, you're watching a life moment, like Titus killed his first deer.
Yeah. Or him farting in the stand.
Yeah, you laugh about shit like that, but it's memories that you'll remember them for the rest of your life, and that's what's very important to me, because now I'm 53. I've had 50 years of hunting and fishing underneath my belt. I've been to Africa. I've been to Argentina. I've been to Alaska twice. I've been out hunting out west. I mean, I'm a very experienced hunter. It's been in my blood my whole life. Doesn't mean I'm the best. No, not at all.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go.
No, I was gonna say, because you said you've been out to all these amazing places. Like, what did like you and your dad hunt for? Like, I'm curious, what kind of animals have you killed?
Well, I've killed my biggest accomplishment probably in the hunting world. Most physical thing I've ever done was probably kill my coastal brown bear in Alaska on the Chignik Lake Peninsula. It's the Alaskan peninsula.
How'd you kill it?
I killed him with a gun, but he was
what caliber?
338, 378 Weatherby. It was a 250 grain bullet.
How far?
Probably 7,500 yards. Okay. But he was on top of a mountain.
One shot, one kill?
Technically, yes, but no. What happened, my dad, I think at the time, was in his upper 50s, lower 60s. I was probably, my dad was probably in his lower 60s. I was, I think, 28 at the time. It was 2000 or 2001. And we went, my dad had gone the year before, he had gone up moose hunting with this guy at Aleutian Indian and became really good friends with him. My dad shot a 3-paddled moose, 67 and a quarter. It was probably it had, a moose has got 2 paddles.
They got 2. That's why I always thought they had 2.
The one side had 2 paddles. It was split. It had 2 main beams on one side and one on the other. So at the time, it was probably one of the biggest non-typical moose killed in the world. But my dad I age deer. I want to kill a big deer. I'm not all about, killing book animals. And I want to kill a trophy animal, but I'm not into I never have been. My dad never has been either. Like, oh, I got to score. I got to put this in the book. And My dad never cared about that. He was a straight up rifle hunter, badass hunter, and just didn't care.
Old school cat.
Yeah, he didn't give a shit, So he had killed this big moose. He's like, Bill, we got to go back. They got brown bears up there. Let's go. And I said, okay. And I was young. I was, full of piss and vinegar, in decent shape, So we go there. We land. We take a bunch of planes, get there. The travel was pretty crazy, but we land on this gravel road, and you're on the end of that peninsula on the bottom of Alaska, and you land on a gravel road. I'm like, where the hell are we?
On a plane?
Yes. And I'm like, where the hell are we? And there's all these little huts. Like they're houses, but they're not built really good, you know.
Yeah.
These people don't have a lot of money. They live off the land, you know. And that's their life. That's what they're used to. That's their culture, you know. And I met so many wonderful people there. But so we go into this spot and we hunt a couple days and run into a bunch of bears. Nothing big. Usually you want to shoot a brown bear. 9 foot or bigger is usually the target.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously everybody wants a 10 footer.
Yeah.
But whatever.
That's what she said.
Yeah, exactly. Bigger the better, right, baby?
Yeah.
No, so we go, and the one spot we go was called Asshole Hill, where you got to crawl up this huge hill, and you glass this meadow, and you're looking for bears. Now, well, my dad was on the bottom. He was older, and he couldn't really get up. He's like, I'll stay down on the river by the boat. We hear my dad screaming.
Yeah.
There was a fucking big brown walking up the river, almost walked into my dad. He's screaming at him. Rah, rah, rah. My dad didn't want to kill it.
Yeah.
You know, but.
He wanted you to.
No, but yeah, he did, but
yeah,
it wasn't that big of a bear, and he didn't get in it. He got the bear away.
Yeah.
Which was luckily, otherwise he would have been in big trouble.
Yeah.
So the next day we go into this valley, and we walk 4 miles in, and it's snow. It's in May, and there's snow on the mountains. Well, at that time they're looking for the bears to come out of hibernation because they dig a hole in the side of the mountain, and they hibernate. Well, they're coming out of hibernation, and you're looking for tracks in the snow. You're looking for, where they're eating and feeding and all that. Well, we look up, and there's a big brown bear laying on the edge of this cliff valley, and in Alaska, there's called alders. It's like a bush tree. It's hard to explain, but he was laying in a bunch of them, and we spot him, and he's 3,500 feet on top of the mountain. We're in the valley. We look like little ants, right? I said, Dad. And Ron, the guide, Ron Lynn, I'll never forget him. My dad called him the Alaskan Superman. I said, Dad, Ron looks at me and goes, Bill, he goes, there's a big bear up there. And I looked at my dad and said, Dad, go get the bear. Because obviously my dad paid for the trip at that time. I had no money. And, my dad looked at me and goes, Bill, I can't get up there. And he goes, go do it. I said, okay, Dad.
Be a man.
Yes. I mean, basically, that's what he said.
Yeah.
So the guy that I was he was probably 5'6", 5'7", 150 pounds. He can get up this mountain like it was nothing. Yeah. And we're in snow up to our knees. So I'm following him going up, trying to get around on this bear. So the bear's over here. We're trying to get around and get on top of the bear because of the wind. Yeah. I'm dying. Like, dying. You know, I'm like, holy shit, what am I doing? Yeah. Falling in the snow. So we get above the bear about 100 yards. And I tell Ron, I said, hey, turn the camera on. I always brought a camera with me. Yeah. A video camera. I said, turn the camera on.
How old were you when this happened?
I think I was around 28.
Okay.
I turned on the camera. So he turns on the camera, whatever, and I'm in front of him, and we're on a slope like this, straight down and full of snow. And we see the bear. He's turned away from us. His head's this way, and he's just laying there. And I'm trying to get closer and closer. We're sneaking down. And all of a sudden, like not an avalanche, but the snow slides underneath us, and we start sliding towards the bear. I'm like, oh, my God. We finally stop ourselves. So now I'm 7,500 yards to this bear. And he turns and gets up. And I'm like, holy fuck. And he's fucking huge. Yeah. He ended up being 9'6", 9'7". It was a big bear.
What was the weight?
Oh, probably 1,000 pounds, 1,200. It's just big. Just
ate your ass. And that little 5'6"
it would have killed me.
Guide.
I mean, coastal brown bear is one of the most dangerous animals to hunt in the world. Yeah,
because those are the brown bears, right? They get they're way bigger than the black bears.
Oh, yeah, black bear. But black bear will attack more people.
Yeah.
Okay, they more attacks, but because there's more people around black bears, obviously. But so the bear stands up, and I'm like, Ron, turn the camera on. And I get down, he's like, shoot him, Bill. And he's staring at us. I'm like, is this son of a bitch going to come? Stood up, and I put it right there. Boop. Dropped him.
Center chest.
Dropped him. Flipped right over, and he starts crawling.
Towards you?
No, towards the edge where the cliff was over. I'm like, oh, fuck. If
kamikaze.
If he goes over that, we're fucked. Because we got to peck him out.
Fuck.
Even if or did I wound him, right? Shoot again. Boom. Put another one in. Finally, he stops just before the edge. Oh. So I'm like, all right. Awesome. Me and Ron are all excited. Yeah.
So 2 shots to kill.
Yeah, I killed him with the first shot, but we wanted to stop him before he go off the cliff.
Of course.
So I'm one shot, one kill. So don't even give me shit, asshole.
Technically, he was alive. He was.
Watch your mouth.
He was because heart was still beating. I mean, I don't make up the fucking rules.
I don't like you anymore.
But so so then after, right, you just
Well, we had to go get the bear.
yeah, you shot this bear twice.
Yeah.
And then you went over there and you had
Well, I loaded the gun again, and we're walking up, and
But
Ron's like, I'm like, Ron, check to see if he's dead. Ron's like, fuck you. He goes, you got the gun. He goes, you fucking chicken shit. Walk up to him. Well, you got to check, because if a big bear will die, he'll have his tongue off the side.
okay.
It's like, Billy, look. And so I walked around him.
I'd
and
have shot that motherfucker 3 more
and
times.
his tongue was hanging out. And I tapped him with the gun. I'm like, oh, my God, thank
I'd have
God.
stabbed
And
him,
this
shot him.
thing was humongous.
So you guys
I'm like,
chopped him up and fucking carried
no,
him
we
out.
skinned him.
Skinned him.
Took us 3 hours. So I looked down in the valley.
In the snow.
Yes. After I killed him.
How cold was it?
It wasn't that cold. It was probably in the 50s, 60s. But the snow was still there. You know, it hasn't melted off.
Yeah.
So I look after I shot the bear and we found him, and I look and I could see my dad. And he looked like an ant in the bottom of the valley. And he's like this, screaming, yeah! And I'm like, with the rifle on top of my, screaming, yeah! So it was, you know, a moment for me and my dad. You know,
cool.
we were both screaming.
That's cool. He's like, at 28, you're finally a man.
Yeah. It basically turned me into a man.
That's awesome.
Because after we skinned it, we put it in a backpack.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't take the meat, because what they'll do is they'll hunt over the meat for other bears.
Okay.
At that time.
Yeah.
So we...
How much do you think that skin weighed, though? 20,
tough
30?
to say, 300 pounds maybe.
That skin weighed... That's a big fucking...
Well,
bear.
you got the skin and then the head.
Oh, you got that.
So you leave the head full. You don't take the skull off or anything, and we put it in the backpack. So I'm going down the mountain with this big monster.
Where's that bear's head at?
It's in my house. I got him fully mounted. But
that's right. That's the... Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
It's a big fucking bear.
it's giant. But, I mean, not obviously you want to kill 10... It's a great bear. It was a great moment, whatever. I don't give a shit
amazing.
how big it was. But we had the backpack at 3.5 miles back.
Yeah.
So coming down the mountain now, I take it. I came to basic tears after the first. I'm like, Ron, I can't do this anymore. I'm dying.
Why not put the fur down and ride him down the hill?
Because you can't, because all the alder bushes. You got to go through all the alders and come down the mountain. So once we get down, me and Ron switched. We get to my dad. My dad fucking was pissing his pants.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, this is great, Bill. I watched the whole thing. I mean, it was one of the best moments of my life, because I had it with my dad, and my dad was the one who told me to go do it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's cool.
Because he knew he was too old at that point.
Yeah.
But
or he just wanted his son to have this moment.
exactly, and that's why hunting is so... That's where I have evolved to in the hunting world, is I've been fortunate enough to experience a lot of great things in hunting and teach a lot of people about hunting. Yeah. And it's very important to me to, like, you know, I brought you hunting now, and it's very important to me to see your success and you be happy in the moment with your son, because I've evolved to a point where I've been fortunate enough to kill a lot of animals. Yeah. But once you get older as a hunter and you experience a lot of great things, you want to see other people's success.
Yeah, I remember when my son my son ended up killing his first deer. 63 yards,
65.
low light. I'm sorry, 65.
And
not
you were
to take
busting
away 2
my
yards.
balls.
But I was like, Bill, let him take the fucking shot.
How many deer did we see that day?
Dude, we saw
42.
I don't even know. It was too many.
42.
But I mean, they were at a distance. I mean, I would have shot at one at 120.
You can't, though.
Listen, I seen Robin Hood.
See,
he just arc it.
You're green.
Arc it.
You're green.
All right. And I wanted to crawl on the ground too. That's another thing. I wanted to crawl on the ground like an Army sniper. You know, you just don't have faith. You need to have more confidence in yourself. But
wiser, smarter.
So then, fucking, I remember Titus fucking hit that shot. We didn't think he hit it for a second, but we heard like a because
I knew he hit it.
We thought
you
that hit
thought
the
he
corn
missed.
stock because I didn't think the arrow would go straight through the fucking thing.
I knew he hit it.
But so then we heard it. We waited. And I remember we end up tracking it.
But we got to get him on here to tell his story.
Yes.
You telling the story, me telling the story is different than him.
I know. We're going to have T money on. Yeah. All right. But I remember you being like, you were so excited for Titus.
Yes. Yes.
And I remember I was so happy as a father for that moment.
Yes.
Spending that time with my son and you in that blind.
But
then to see how happy you were, like,
what was the first thing you did when we found the deer? You gave me a big hug.
I did,
and said thank you.
I did.
And you didn't have to do that, but that's what it's about.
Yeah,
that's exactly what hunting is about. Yes, everybody wants to kill trophy animals, and everybody wants to kill big animals, and yada. But moments like that is truly what the essence of it's about. Mm-hmm. And then that same year, George did what he did. My son, when we didn't know what the crossbow was doing, I knew it was dialed in, but I didn't know it could shoot that far.
Miss.
And then he shot a big buck at 80 yards. I'm like, what the fuck?
I know. And then he hit
And then 2 days later, shot's a bigger one.
I know.
It was like, shot's a bigger one. I can't even
Got
talk.
a horseshoe up his ass.
Yeah, but that stuff like that is very cool to me because now those kids are hooked.
Yeah.
They want to go hunting again.
Yeah.
You know, and I've spent a lot of time in the last 6 years training my son. Well, you've trained him Muay Thai and all that. You know, you spend a lot of time with my son.
Yeah.
But that's why I enjoy both of what we're doing so much is because it teaches, obviously, discipline and teach you how to take care of yourself and how to
Patience.
be somewhat of a man and whatever. It teaches you certain things that you're not going to get from other sports.
No.
You know? And then father and son time is very, very, very important.
Especially as they get older. It's like,
correct.
You know, it gets more rare and rarer as it goes. You know, kids want to be kids, right? They want to go do their thing. You know, when they're younger, you know, they want to hang out. And when they get older, they want to hang out less. And it's kind of part of being a father. But, you know, the thing is, like, you need to have avenues to, like,
I agree.
To clear your mind, to get centered, to, like, find yourself. The world is a fucking crazy place.
Yes, it is.
And it'll beat you up over and over. It'll kick you when you're down. It's unfair. It's unjust. It doesn't make sense a lot of times.
But when you go hunting, you disappear from all of that.
That's the beauty of it. That's something I fell in love with too. Is the hunting and fishing is like you kind of just separate yourself from the fucking chaoticness of the world, and
it's another one-on-one sport.
It is.
Yes.
And that I feel like you need so much to regenerate, recharge, and then come back obviously to this chaoticness and handle your fucking business. Because at the end of the day, being a man is tough. It's challenging. You sit here and you complain, you can cry, but people could say they care, but you know what is it doing for you?
No one gives a shit.
No one gives a fuck.
No.
And people go, I care. Well, what is that? What good if you caring is gonna do for me? It's gonna do nothing.
Nothing.
You have, as a man, have to fucking figure it out. My job as a man is to provide for my family.
Correct.
Is to figure it out. Is to not have them want or worry. My job is I take that all on my chest.
Yes.
And I fucking battle 7 days a week to provide my family the nicest life and give them the best opportunities and create memories I can.
But then that's why, okay, like you say, you run the business and you do all that. But that's why, and I'll say it again, hunting and fishing, you disappear.
You do.
You don't disappear, but you
kind of unplug.
You take your stress.
You do. I feel like
I'm
like, you know, like yesterday I was in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, Smoky Mountains with my family. Yeah. And I got home, man, and I love my family. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, no.
But being on a family vacation with a bunch of kids, I got 6 kids. I mean,
your kids are young, too.
Yeah, it's stressful. It's stressful. They want everything, you know. We have a good time. It's about them. It's about the kids.
Correct.
I needed me time. So as soon as we got back home, what I do, I grab my fishing gear, I go to the Fox
fishing
Lake.
for a couple hours.
Well, maybe more than
well, you're decompressing.
Yeah, about 6-7 hours I went. But I ended up slaying the fish, and, like, it was cool, man. I turned off my phone. I just put it on silent. And I just sat out there, and I was able to be one and just dial into the fishing and take my mind away from the bullshit and just kind of unplug.
And you know what? You caught fish, but guess what?
I did.
If you didn't catch fish?
No, you didn't. I mean,
it would have been all right either way.
Absolutely. A day fishing is better than a day of no fishing, even if you don't catch anything. Catching things are always great.
What I say, a bad day,
euphoric.
A bad day hunting or fishing is better than a good day at work or something.
100%.
Yeah, I mean,
because you need, like I said, that reset, that recharge.
Yeah.
I just feel like sometimes with everything going on and the Instagrams and the Facebooks and all the Twitter sphere and all the other bullshit, you need to unplug, and like that's what hunting and fishing does. And like, I mean, I'm just curious. Like, I know you've killed a lot of animals. I've been at your house. It looks like the fucking Ace Ventura when he walks in. He's like, oh, and he's like yelling because all the animals are screaming at him. But like, what other animals have you killed? Like,
I've killed. I got a lot of stories. We can get into that in other episodes.
But just what animals? This is.
I've killed black bears. I've killed a lot of animals. I killed 6 animals in Africa.
What kind?
I killed impala, red hartebeest, blue wildebeest, warthog, zebra, and a kudu.
Really?
And that was the last hunt I did with my dad before he passed. Oh. So we did that in April. My dad passed in August, and we shot 11 animals between the two of us. Really? But my dad never got to see the mounts. And they shipped in a crate, whatever. Yeah. But he never got to, they're still in my mom's house, though. You know, we put up the mounts, and, you know, it was a great hunt. Yeah. I'm still, and the good thing about that hunt was, it was the last hunt with my dad, but I built a relationship with the guy that guided me.
Yeah.
His name was Titus, and he still runs the camp, and he's bugging me to come back. And in George,
Africa?
My son
what
wants
part?
South Africa. My son wants to go back, and or he wants to go there, and I'm like,
what is like a ballpark? What does like a hunt like that cost?
I mean, you're talking
just a ballpark,
probably $5,000.
Is that with flights?
No, you're talking probably $8,000-9,000.
So with flights,
yeah, but you're
for how long?
Week, 8 days.
Week,
9
days.
Yeah.
7 to 9 days.
But the good thing about that is you can kill 6-7 animals
for that price.
Correct. Here you go on an elk hunt. You're going to touch an elk hunt. It's going to be anywhere from
20, 30, 40.
Not that much. I mean, you can go on a cheap elk hunt for $6,500, $7,000. But are you going to get a bull? I don't know. I mean, I've been on elk hunts. I haven't shot a bull. I went archery hunting in New Mexico for 8 or 9 days with my buddy Eric from WTA, Worldwide Trophy Adventures, and I drew the tag in New Mexico, and I didn't get a chance. I mean, I saw a couple nice bulls. I probably could have shot some, but I could have shot a 5x5. I could have shot a couple other ones, and I'm not into that at that point. Yeah. I would rather walk home going with nothing and have a great experience. I had a phenomenal hunt. It was a great hunt.
So you talk about the lottery. When you're in this lottery, you know, for like hunting, let's say you get picked.
Yeah.
If you go on that hunt, let's say you say, accept it, I go on this hunt, does it guarantee you like a kill?
Nothing's guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed.
So you got to pay all that money. You got to go on that hunt, and
you might not get nothing.
You might not get shit.
But
then that's your turn.
That's it.
Really? And then you got to enter back in the lottery to get.
Yes. Fuck. That's it. So I mean, if you're a guy that just wants to get one, God bless you. Go ahead. I mean, I don't. At this point in my life, I don't care. I want to kill. I want to kill a good animal. Yeah. You know, a mature animal. If I don't, I'm okay with it. I'm gonna have a great experience. Yeah. I'm gonna be
just icing on the cake if you get it.
Yes, it's a bonus. Like, I'm gonna meet great people. I'm gonna have a good time with whoever I'm with. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna have a story to tell.
Yep.
You know, and if I have a story to tell about something, I'm like, well, I do. If I don't.
Yeah, and I think I think a lot of people that hunt and fish forget that premise.
Yes,
I think they're just like people take fishing charters or they go out, and I've been on plenty of fishing charters, and I musky fish.
Yeah,
I've been out there and I've deer hunted.
Yeah,
I know what it's like to be out there for fucking 8-10 hours, hucking pound baits, sitting in a tree stand for 8 hours and not getting shit, not seeing shit,
not even seeing nothing.
Yeah, and it's frustrating, but. It's
about
moment.
It's about the chase.
It is about the chase, and it's like chase. That's what I keep telling people. Like, if I was guaranteed to win every time I fought,
you wouldn't do it.
What the fuck exciting? Yeah. That wouldn't be exciting. The only thing I think we could do is we could stack the odds in our favor by doing our homework, studying, understanding, practicing reps, shooting, training, waking up, running, doing all this shit. To prepare us.
Your Muay Thai stuff, exactly what you're talking about. Your stuff pertains a lot to hunting and fishing because you're hunting a human, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Which I would like to. Is there hunts for that?
I would like to do that too, but we can't. But no, it is somewhat on the same kind of wavelength.
It is. It really is in that aspect. It's like you have to prepare yourself and give yourself the best stack. The odds in your favor when that opportunity arises. And it doesn't always arise, and that's okay, but that is the enjoyment. I remember, man, I remember they say muskies a fish at 10,000 casts. And believe me, I casted every single one of them plus probably a couple thousand.
Maybe in your case.
Yeah, in my case for sure. But I'll tell you right now, I hit a 43, and I was in a figure 8. Yeah. So I got it right next to the boat. But I'll tell you right now, when I caught that fucking fish, I laid down on that boat. I fell to the ground. I collapsed. And I was like, ah!
And you were shaking.
I was fucking so excited. So, and that feeling wouldn't have come if if it was just always given to you.
Correct.
And that is the beauty of hunting, fishing,
Yes.
and fighting. It is very relatable with it. And I think that's why a lot of fighters do turn to hunting and fishing.
Yeah, they do.
It's because of that. It's because of
they're looking for that rush.
Yeah.
You're looking for that adrenaline jacked up. Like, I'll sit in a tree
it's
stand.
sober rush.
Yes, like I won't even kill a deer. Like I'll be sitting in a tree bow hunting, and I got a doe or whatever, and a couple does around me, and I know I can kill them.
Yeah,
I know I could smoke them, and I'm like, I'm jacked. I'm jacked. I'm like, oh my god, this is awesome. This is awesome. I'm not gonna kill them.
Yeah,
but it's just.
But you know.
I know it. You know, I know that I could take their life, which I won't, and I respect all the animals I kill, but.
Do you eat all the animals?
I eat everything.
Yeah.
I eat everything. I love having my freezers jacked with deer meat.
Yeah,
and,
I do too now.
You know, and it's good. The only thing I buy from the grocery store is probably chicken.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I mean, my freezer's loaded. I like to give away a lot of deer meat.
Yeah, you do. And I remember we have the Maximus cookout coming up. You're gonna cook some more backstrap on the grill.
Yeah. I got like 4 or 5.
Come on now.
George
Dude,
loaded the freezer for me a couple years ago, so we're good.
So good, so tender.
Oh yeah,
man. But that is like what I love about like this. Like obviously, we brought together through your son.
Yeah.
Obviously through the Muay Thai training, and you've always invited like, come fishing, come hunting.
Yeah.
And like at the time when I was fighting, man, like to me anything that distracted me from fighting, like I wasn't trying to talk to it.
Well,
I wasn't trying to deal with it because when you get in that moment and when you're at high level, like you don't have you have to be fucking locked in because if not, you're gonna get hurt.
Right.
You're gonna get embarrassed, and you're gonna lose. And losing is a fucking terrible feeling in fighting. Like,
but you lose. But hang on,
it is.
You say losing. I know losing sucks, but
it does.
How much did you learn off of losing?
I remember my losses more than I do my wins. To be honest with you, and I learned a lot, and it pushed me more. It pushed me to be better. And like a lot of my times when I trained, and I tell a lot of my fighters is like, man, you're gonna lose, and sometimes you're just gonna meet someone truly better than you, and that's okay. Like it sucks, but it's okay. Like I'm not gonna be mad as a coach, but you do not want to miss practice.
Right.
Slack. Because in my mind, when you're like, oh, man, I don't know why I lost, I'm like, I know exactly fucking why. Because you fucking missed on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And you have to show up. You have to put in the work. And just like the hunting and just like the fishing. Yes. I go out there, and, yes, I fucking slayed yesterday when I was fishing for smallies on the Fox. But for the first 2-3 hours, man, I had a fucking bite or two, and I had a good smallie on. I lost him. It came off the hook, and I'm pretty sure it was a muskie struck. I fucking set the hook. I missed him.
Well, you're a little aggressive on the
they call me Captain Miss-a-Lot.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden, dude, it just clicked.
Yeah.
And it fucking turned on for me. And, like, it was such a rewarding feeling. But I'm a persistent guy.
Because you stuck with it.
I stuck with it.
Yeah.
And life, if anything, like, fighting has taught me, and, like, there's highs and lows.
Yes.
And you have to continue to press on.
Yeah.
You have to soldier up and be a fucking man. You cannot sit there and hang out in your despair and your little bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm depressed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Everyone's fucking depressed. Everyone has fucking problems.
Yep.
You know, we're in a generation, and people might get mad, but I don't
everything's like
fuck.
this.
But everyone, I'm just suffered from depression. I got fucking depression. I got fucking demons.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here bitching about them. I'm sitting up. I get up
Trying
every day and I go to work. And do you know what the crazy thing is? I'm never gonna fix them. I figured out years ago. I thought maybe because I drink or whatever, or this or that, or like that's why because the serotonin levels get lowered after you drink. But after that, I was like, you know what? It was still there for me. It's deep in my heart. And you know what's crazy is like some days I feel like I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to do this. But at the end of the day, I have people counting on me. Correct. And I'm not going to be a little bitch. So I'm going to fucking get up. I'm going to be a man. I'm going to swallow whatever I'm feeling. I'm going to take those feelings of pain and those demons I'm fighting. And every day I got to fucking fight them. And every day I got to get up and I got to provide. And you know what? When I keep working and I put my head down and I fucking get to work, I feel better. And I could do whatever I want.
Move
I
forward.
think that's the most important thing about being a man is people are too wrapped up in their fucking feelings Just fucking fuck your feelings. Go to work.
I agree
Get
with
up
you.
and hustle.
So I've dealt with, okay, speaking of that, I agree with you 110%. But so when my dad passed, and I'm just going to throw it out there, okay, everybody's like, okay, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? I'm like, I'm going to pick myself up, man. I'm going to go forward. You know, it's just like people deal with a lot of shit. Like you say, depression and demons. Everybody deals with tragedy. And I will turn unfortunate events, okay, or I will at least try to turn unfortunate events into a good thing and push yourself forward, like you said. And that's why I always respected you, is because, you know, you've always, you push people. You push people to make people better.
100%.
You know?
That's what
you
I
push
live by.
people to make people better, right?
Yeah.
And I do the same thing in the hunting world. It's like, or the fishing world, you know. You were fortunate enough to be a professional fighter, correct? Yeah. And you know the gamut.
I worked my fucking balls off.
Correct. And so did I, in a different sense.
Against the odds. You had to.
In a different sense, okay?
Yes. And
Mine was probably a lot easier than yours, and I'll be honest, okay? Yeah. But you got to push, and you got to push, and you got to push. It doesn't matter what. We all get dealt cards, man.
Yeah, we do.
We all get dealt cards.
I mean, I do know some people that were born with a silver spoon in their ass, but like, for the most part, 99% of my fucking friends and everyone that I know has been dealt a shit hand, and they have chose to crawl through the fucking mud and make their life better.
Right.
And they've become successful because excuses are for pussies.
That's the only way you're gonna do it.
That's really it.
I mean, really. I mean, look at now. All these kids go to college for some years. They bury themselves in debt.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go on that tangent right now, but
I
mean, right, but no, I mean, it's another sense. And then these kids come out of school and they can't buy a house. The interest rate is through the fucking roof. You know, you have to have drive. You have to, no matter what you do in life, you have to have some kind of, I don't know if it's direction, but you have to have drive. You got to be a go-getter.
Well, I don't know if it's direction, but what you need to do at the end of the day is you need to say, no one is coming here to save me or help me.
Correct.
I can only help and save myself.
Right.
I'm in charge of my life and my destiny.
Yes.
Some people, yes, they were delivered worser cards than us, or whatever,
or better cards,
or better
whatever.
cards. It doesn't. It's really irrelevant. At the end of the day, as a man,
you just said Uncle Danny's favorite word, irrelevant. But go on.
It is. But at the end of the day, you have to fucking decide what you want to be or do.
Right.
And you have to not make excuses. Anything that you make up in your mind, and people will justify anything. Yeah. Anything that you make up in your mind to say, hey, this is okay, I relax, or I'm not where I want to be. That's bullshit. I believe it's fucking a lie. It's a lie you tell yourself to justify why you're not where you want to be. Because at the end of the day, you got to fucking hustle. You got to grind. You got to claw, tooth, and nail to get where you want to be. And that's what I had to do. No one fucking... for the most part...
So are you going to shoot a big deer this year?
I'm going to try.
Oh,
I'm going to fucking try. But I had I trained in this basement, this very basement that we're in. Yeah. And I was #1 in America for like 3 years and 5th in the world for a couple of years. Yeah. Out of a basement. With you know what's really training me? I did have some like coaches along the way, Tim Tokars, Tim Fernandez. I did have some people that helped me. But at the end of the day, they spent a couple days a week.
But you're a different human being.
But no, anyone can be this human being.
I get
that. They have to just stop with the excuses. And as soon as you say, fuck that, I am better, and I can do anything I want, you can change your life.
You say that with my whole heart. You make it so easy to say that, but that's different.
Because no, it's not different.
Okay.
This is the difference is.
What's the difference?
Billy Cass, let me
tell me the difference.
Some motherfucking knowledge.
Oh wow. Okay, here we go. Here comes some knowledge, everybody.
The difference is I believed that the excuses did not exist deep down in my heart.
Well, because
I believed that accepting nothing less than progress and success were the only acceptable answer.
Okay.
And I believe that deep down in my heart.
Okay. Well, which is good. And that's why I think That's why I introduced you to hunting, and I think you'll be successful at
Yeah,
it.
because I'm an extreme psychopath.
Yes, for sure. I agree there.
Yeah.
But no, I like. There's a bunch of us that hunt on the farm, and yeah. But I know you've dealt with adrenaline in situations, and when that moment comes, most people, everybody can hit a target.
Yeah.
Okay.
Target ain't breathing.
Exactly. The thing is, when you get to that moment, can you do it?
Can you perform?
Can you do it?
100%. I've always performed.
Your
better
body's
under
going to be
pressure.
shaking. Your heart's going to be coming out of your fucking chest.
Yep.
You're going to be.
Yep.
Can I do that? And everybody makes bad shots. It happens. It's
It does
part
happen.
of hunting. I mean, it is.
It is.
But can you make that moment? And I think you can.
100%.
I think all the guys I hunt with can.
Oh, 100%. They're a great group of guys.
And that's why we have a great group of guys that hunt with us. And
we have a gold mine.
We do
to hunt.
And
I gotta say, shout out to Billy Katz because
I put my heart and soul in that.
You bet. You know what? That's why I love you so much. Is because you're an extreme human being.
Yeah, I love it.
And but that
I'm not doing my job if no one's killing deer.
That's how I feel with fighting.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I'm an extreme. Like
you're not doing your job unless someone else succeeds, right?
100%.
Right.
I have to with my fighters, and they've seen me. Most of them see me come up when I was fighting, and they saw how dedicated I was.
Right.
And I am not the easiest coach to deal with. I'm a fucking mean motherfucker. If you're not doing your job, and if you're not fucking putting everything you got into training,
right,
I will let you know, and I'm not gonna let you know in a nice way.
So start shooting your bow.
Damn.
Right, Mike?
You know what? I'm not gonna make up excuses right now because I would sound like a bitch. Because excuses are not valid. Write that down. Excuses are not valid. They're only valid for people that are blaming something else that they're not where they want to be.
So stop making them.
I'm gonna shoot my fucking bow.
I've been shooting for a month.
My problem is if it needs to be breathing. We need to go. You know what I'm saying?
Ever.
If it was breathing, I would hit it no problem. Remember something? I'm 100. I'm 1 for 1. I got 100% shooting ratio.
How long you been hunting for?
Hold on.
How long?
Hold on. You're 100 kills. 100 shots. You got 80 kills. That's if you do the quick math. You're an 80% shooter. I'm 100%.
I'm not an 80%
Slow
shooter.
your roll, brother.
No.
Slow your roll, brother.
No.
It's all good.
No.
It's all right. Statistics and math
do
shot, not lie.
1 kill, except on the brown bear.
Yeah. All right, my man. Hey.
Cheers.
Fucking bless you, brother.
Yeah, you too, bro.
It's fucking always fun.
Yeah.